Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna stun this you too, I guess. Oh, it's already there. Okay. Send it to. I should send it to. What's her name? Okay. Let's open this. So this is a new dungeon I get to do. See these three people here? These three people I can do the dungeon with, and what's so special about these three people is that all three of these people, besides the woman in white on the left side, Manette or whatever her name is, the two people that are in black robes, they're called Asians. And you remember how I was telling you about one of them helped us bring back that cat girl? It was this guy right here, him and Zelch. He was the one who helped us bring her back. So what this is that this is going back into their past. Is what this is. Evan Zelch is an Asian, but he's actually dead in the future, and she is also an Asian. I believe she was one of the first Asians to die, and she's actually special. She's not an Asian. And I could automatically tell as soon as I saw her. Number one, she's in a white robe and her mask is white. But also, just looking at her face, she looks like the woman that represents Hydaelyn, who is basically the god of the star that you live on, I guess. So I instantly knew by looking at her that that's like kind of who she was. Apparently my friend says that she's Hydaelyn's heart or something. There, I sent it to. So yeah, I'm going to try doing the dungeon with them. So she's going to be my tank. And I guess my friend said that this girl here is a bard. And Evan Zelch here can be a tank or a black mage. So I'm going in as a healer. So she's going to be my tank. I guess she's a paladin. She's actually special. She could be a paladin, who's a tank. She could be a white mage, which is a healer. Or she can be a dancer, which is a DPS. I actually had to fight her. And it was a really, really crazy fight. She swapped between those three classes, like back and forth during the fight. Like at one time, she started off as a paladin. Then she switched to the dancer. Then she switched to the white mage, and then I think she just kept switching. Like her attacks changed depending on what class she was in. But it was a really, really crazy fight. It was fun though. But no, it's... Sorry. You were cutting out there, sorry, what? You are really cutting out. I can barely hear anything that you're saying. The creature. Oh, you mean this guy? Sorry. Yeah, so he's an enemy. So actually, if you look at his name, and then if you see it says he's at level 87, and do you see that triangle-like mark that's next to his level? So that marker indicates that he's aggro. Now, I'll try to find a different one. So this is almost towards the end of Endwalkers. And I've literally only seen one enemy that's actually not aggro. And it's none of these guys. These guys are all aggro. There's these butterflies. Actually, I can teleport there. butterfly walk there. I believe it was outside here. Or was it outside here? Let's check here first. There were these butterflies that actually weren't aggro. First time I had seen an enemy in all of Endwalkers that wasn't aggro. And there was unicorns out here, but the unicorns were aggro. Like, how can you have the butterflies aggro, but the unicorns aren't aggro? Or are aggro, sorry. Looks like it was the other place, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't these guys. I don't understand how the unicorns can be aggro. Like, I'm riding on a Pegasus, which isn't a unicorn, but it's close to a unicorn. This is my mount. He's gonna be aggro. Yeah, these guys over here, those are enemies. I can't target them, but that thing that's moving in the distance over there, those are enemies. They look like trees almost. They're massive. So it must have been over here. Yeah, I can't target them from here. I haven't had to fight them because I try to avoid them right now. Fighting enemies on the map like this is really pointless because they don't really give you anything. Unless they are like a fate. Like, I'll show you what a fate is. If we can find one. Okay, like, this is a fate. This is like a circle on the map, and it has a name on it. And inside the circle, you might have to like kill enemies, you might have to like collect different things and like deliver them to like a certain NPC. And then as you fill up the requests, the progress will go from 0% up to 100%. And once it gets to 100%, that means that you've completed the fate. And completing the fate will give you experience, large experience, like a lot. These fates here give you like 400,000 experience, it's crazy. And they'll also give you, I need to go into currency, I think. Will it show it in the currency here? Should show it in the currency. Why is it not showing it in the currency? It's not showing that. I don't know where to find it then. It gives you currency that are called gemstones, and you use the gemstones. Oh, right here. See this? How it says gemstone trader here? So when you complete fates, you'll get gemstones, and you can trade the gemstones into the gemstone trader for different items. And there's a gemstone trader for each map in like the different areas. Like, so this is Epilepsy or whatever. So they'll have their own gemstone trader, and then this is the moon. They'll have their own gemstone trader in each different area. The gemstone traders carry different items. Yeah, depending on what area it is. Okay, yeah, here's the butterfly. So this guy, see how his level is 86, and see how he has a blue marker next to him by his level? That means that he's non-aggro. That means he will not attack you unless you attack him first. Yeah, that's basically, so all of the butterflies, and this is the unicorn. See how he has that triangle sign by him? So if I go up to him in front of him, he will aggro me. He will try to attack me. See how he's trying to attack me? He's aggro. He's aggressive. But he's missing me. Why is he not hitting me? There we go. So yeah, he attacks me because he's aggro. Now these non-aggro guys, it's actually really funny. If you actually attack one of their buddies which are non-aggro as well, they can sometimes aggro you, actually. Oh, here's the fate. I can already tell because there's a group of enemies spawning over here. So I'll do this fate and you can see what happens when you do a fate. Oh, looks like they're attacking in uniform. This is interesting. So yeah, I'll show you what happens when you complete the fate. So if you see that bar that's on the right side, It's a blue bar and it's filling up white. That's the progress bar. Once you fill it up completely, the fate is over. And right now it's almost half done. So once we complete the fate, it gives, like I said, experience, but it will also give you gemstones. But that's not also it. Fate's starting from the last expansion and into this one, they also give you something else. As you unlock, it's not even just flying, but it's mount speed in this game. It's what allows you to go faster on your mount. By doing fates like this, you get what's called mount speed. So your mounts can walk faster or they can fly faster, which isn't really a big deal if you're doing like hunts of those. So what a hunt is it's like you'll find a big level 90 monster, and there's different ranks. There's a rank S, who's always aggro, and he's going to be insanely strong. As a rank S monster for a hunt, for Endwalkers, it would probably take like, I would say at least probably at this stage, probably like 20 or 30 people to kill it. So I got 12 gemstones, 160,000 experience, and I got 14 gemstones, 164,000 experience, which is actually really low. Should have been more than that, but whatever. And then 172 gil, which is money in this game. So that's the gemstones that I got. So if you wanted to actually use the gemstones, you would go to the gemstone trader. I haven't checked to see what they give here. Basically, what the gemstone trader will give you will be items that you can obtain through beating enemies on the map. It's just easier to, to trade the gemstones, because if you're fighting the enemies on the map, you're going with RNG, which is what we call it. Basically your chance to obtain the item by killing the enemy, which can be really, really low. So that's what I thought. Yeah, it's this hide here. I use this a lot for crafting. Actually, the set that I'm using right now, I needed to use these to craft it. So these hides turn into leathers, and then you use those leathers to craft gear, which is what I crafted all of this here. So if you see the item that's up at the very top, and then if you look at the very, very, very bottom on that window, where it shows the item, the AR Cerulean Guillotine Cap of Healing. If you see that box, look at the very, very, very bottom of the box. Do you see a name down there? Sorry. Oh, that just enlarges that window. That doesn't enlarge that window. Okay. So, no, so I can't enlarge that window. It's just like, do you see where it says sells for 515 gil? Unfortunately, I can't actually enlarge it. I can enlarge my character window, but I can't enlarge the window where it shows the item. It won't let me. So I can't actually. I mean, I can really do without any piece of item. I made all of them. So it's the same thing on all of the pieces of the item. I don't know why. Yep, keep looking down at the very bottom of that window. Yeah, it says Laura Asard. That's the name of my character. That's the name of my character. So when you see an item like this, and if you see a name at the bottom like that, that indicates that that item was crafted by that person. So yeah, if you see a piece of gear or a mat, like you can even have that in materials that you craft, like this is a leather right here. And if you look at the bottom, it says also Laura Ace Arts. That's my character, and this is a leather that I crafted. So it also shows my name there because I made it. Can you see that or no? Well, now you're looking on the left side. You'll see a window that says, I can't even pronounce the name, but it's a leather. Taikatio leather or something. Sorry. You're really muffled again. You see where it says which? You're really cutting out again. It says which? Yeah. Yeah, seems to, yeah. But yeah, just like you see on the item where it says the leather, the name of the leather. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh. Weird. Okay, so this is a box that's on the left side now. So this item, this says Moon Gel. Now you see at the very bottom again where it says my character name. That means that I made it. Now if you look at my name here, that's her name. It says Soul of the Craft, Laura Ace Arts. So that's my character's name. So all of the... No. No, this is the name of my character here. Now I'm gonna do the 88 dungeon, but first I want to change my glamour here. Because I was on the map, it wasn't letting me change my glamour. So this is what the 88 set that I'm wearing actually looks like. I don't actually mind it. It looks kind of cute on her, but it's not what I usually use. So in order to do that, you have to go to town. I don't know why. So these are my different glamour sets that I have. So this was a skirt that I made, the Quantridia ruffled skirt, and this is a top that I bought from the log station. Oh no, well I can't. These are different glamour outfits. I can put them on her in one click. So this is one outfit that I have for her. There we go. So I can spin it around so you can see from the front and the back as well. So this was the one outfit. And then let's flop over to the other one. This is the one that I use for my crafters typically. This is like a Christmas one, as you can see. It's not really anything special. It's just a Christmas outfit. And this is one that I use. This is the one that I usually use here. So this is the Frontier dress, which is a dress that I crafted. This was a really, really hard glamour set to find. Like the dress, I like the dress, but finding something that actually worked well with this dress as like a legging was so hard. Like I wanted to find something as legging that showed a little bit of legs. Most of it either showed like everything or it didn't. Or just fully covered everything. So this was the best that I could come up with. And then these are the Frontier gloves, which are part of the set, which I also crafted. And then these are the I can't even pronounce it, but they went with the first set that I had. These shoes were bought off of the Mog Station as well. Paid money for these, real money. And this really pissed me off. So everything was complete. I made this, I made this, and this was from a set that I had already gotten a while ago. So what I wanted was, I wanted a top for her, like a hat for her. And it was hard to find what I was going to use for a hat, so I really wanted this ribbon here. It's the Far Eastern Schoolgirl's hair ribbon. So this comes with an entire set as well. But I didn't want the rest of the set, I just wanted this. But in order to get it, I had to buy the whole set. So I had to pay $15 for the set just to get this ribbon. I have the rest of the set. But I didn't want that. I just wanted this ribbon because it was either the ribbon or I was going to use basically this was another one. This is one that I hadn't finished yet. So I was going to use this hairpiece, which would be that the flower on by her ear there would have been in place of the ribbon. That's what I was using. Well, that's actually not really anything like... Okay, I'll give you a lot. Okay, see all of these different classes here? There are people who have different glamours for each individual different class. Like every different class will have their own glamour. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that's not it. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So that's 31 different classes, including your crafters and gatherers. And there are people who will have different glamour for each class. And I literally use 3 different glam, and that's it. I use this here. This outfit here is what I use for my gatherers. And this one is what I use for my crafters. This is the Christmas one. And then this is the one that I use for all of my combat classes, healing and DPS and tanking, is this one here. So what's nice is I can swap between all of these glamour sets in one click. Like if I want this one, I can click apply, and her outfit is already changed. Look at how fast she got changed. She's right there. No, it's not. This is a different one. She was wearing the default outfit. She was wearing this one before. Now she is wearing this one. Now she's wearing this one. This is my crafting outfit. And in another click, now she's wearing this one. And then yeah, it was a Christmas outfit. And then in another clip, she's wearing this one, which is the outfit that I didn't actually quite finish. But yeah, the one that I usually use for them is this one here. And that, if you actually look, her weapons kind of match her dress as well. They're blue as well. No, I like red, but I went with blue because my character's name is Laura A. Sutter, and she's from the Trails of Cold Steel, and her hair color is blue, and that's where her name is from. So it was difficult. It's alright. Yeah, her hair is blue there. But what the biggest thing is why her outfit was so hard to come up with was because I was trying to come up with an outfit that would be a likely outfit that Laura would actually wear. That's why it was really difficult to come up with an outfit for her. So it's not like I could just like go to the market board or just craft any old outfit. I wanted an outfit that she would actually wear. And yeah, that was the thing. Like I could just like go craft a bunch of stuff and have her wearing barely any clothes, but that's not the sort of an outfit that Laura would wear. I mean, this is more of an outfit that Elise would wear, which is Orion's sister from Trails of Cold Steel. But anyways, let's go back to the dungeon now. I had to go to the town here in order to swap the outfit. It won't let you open up your glamour dresser unless you're like in a town. So you can't change your outfit unless you're in a town like what. So I teleported here. So this is my glamour plate, which is how I was swapping her outfits before. Unable to apply glamour plates here. That's what it's saying in red there. It actually shows it on the chat box over here too. So yeah, I did. Unable to apply glamour plates here, which is where I was going to change her outfit. Yeah. Oh, he's queuing for something. He had already done the dungeon that I'm doing now. Yeah, so my goal right today is to get my first level 90 in her Sage class and to finish the MSQ, which is the main story quest. I'm on a level 87 MSQ and it goes up to level 90. What's nice is that once I finish this dungeon that I can fly here, which I'm excited about. This is this place here. I have all of the green Aether Currents, which are map Aether Currents, and I have all of the yellow Aether Currents but one, and the yellow Aether Currents are given through quests. And if you look at this quest, this is the MSQ quest, this gives me an Aether Current, which is here in Epilepsy. So once I do this dungeon, I can fly on this map. And this is a pretty cool map, so there's like a big ass waterfall in it. It's a nice map. So, well, no, I like the map. I want to be able to fly in the map. I don't care about the dungeon. Yeah, no, like it's a nice map. Like there's like a nice waterfall here. It's a nice map. But I want to finish the MSQ. It's because when you finish the MSQ, you get this golden dog. He periodically has helped you throughout the game in Endwalkers here. He's a pretty cool looking dog, so I want to get the dog. So.
Come, let us feel.
So, also the nice thing about doing this with these people here, these are NPCs here. This is called a duty or a trust is what this is. So, you're doing it with NPC characters, not real people. So what's nice about this is that these NPCs, they know all of the boss mechanics. They're programmed to know the mechanics of the boss. So if you're new to the place and you don't know the mechanics, you just follow them. And they will basically do, they'll show you where you need to stand and everything. One thing I don't like though is I'm a healer. And I'm a healer. And this lady here in the white, she's my tank. But she won't go ahead. I have to go ahead. And I'm a healer. It's not my job to go ahead. It's her job to go ahead. She's a tank. Like, see on the side here? This mark on the left side indicates that she's a tank. She has a blue shield, which indicates that she's a paladin. And she also has Iron Will. Oh wait, it's not Iron Will for this one. It's called something different. Interesting. Either way, so she's a paladin, that's the sign. And this girl here, she's a bard. And Emmett Silver here is a black mage. And my sign is green. And that's my sign, or whatever you want to call it, so I am a sage. Just tanks are supposed to go up ahead, because if you look at her, she has over 60,000 health. And if you look at me, I'm down to 38,000 health. So she has like 22,000 more health than I do. And since she's a tank, she's going to have a lot more defense than me too. Because they're NPCs. NPCs don't go first. It's dumb like that. There's two different ways that you can use your NPCs. There's the trust system, which is what this is. And then there's this other system that you do with your grand company. And they work differently. You actually have like something on the side over here where you can tell them that you want them to move forward and stuff. You can kind of order them around. But these guys, you can't do that. They just follow you. But whatever. So once you get close to an enemy, she should go ahead though. Wanna go ahead? Go on. Go get them. They're at a girl. At a girl. There you go. I do like it. I'm not taking much damage. So what's nice about what my character is I'm a sage, and I put this ability on her that every time I attack these enemies, which I'm doing now, she gets health when I attack the enemies. It's not a lot, but it's enough that I don't necessarily need to heal her all the time. Like, I'm attacking. Where's her health? What the hell is she doing? But yeah, whatever. So like, if you watch her, she's over there. So she just gained 2,688 health because I attacked an enemy. She's doing something over here. I have no idea where I'm going here. Oh, over here? Nice. I see enemies over here. Ooh. I see enemies down there too. Okay, go get them. So my assumption would be, if you had a regular tank, they would pull that pull that we just did up there with this pull here. If I had like a tank, like in this dungeon, that's probably the pull that you would have done. And most tanks would probably get ones. That's the thing you gotta understand about this, is that when you see a big, like a lot of enemies, tanks typically like to pull all of the enemies. Just because it makes it, they like to pull all of the enemies. It just makes it so that way the dungeon is a little bit easier. Like, it's not easier, but it's faster, is what it is. But that's also highly dependent on the DPS that you have. Like me right now, we have good DPS. We have 2 ranged or 2 melee. They're ranged DPS, but both of them excel in AoEs. So for this specific part, doing big pulls would be good. Because we have Emmett Sells here, who's a black mage. Black mages are really, really good for AoEs. And then whatever her name is, she's a bard. Bards also have really good AoEs. So what that means is the more enemies that you pull, the better off it's going to be, because they have a lot of AoEs that do a lot of damage, so you're going to be able to clear the enemies out a lot faster. I wonder if... No, there's no way ET would have pulled them right to this. These guys look like they're too big to pull. Like 3 pulls, all 3 of these pulls in one. I don't know if that would be possible. Of course, knowing ET, he would try to do it anyways. Okay, you gonna go again? Yeah, gotta go. Okay, now ET loves to do stuff like that. And what makes matters even worse is that most tanks, they use what's called CD's cooldowns, which reduce the amount of damage that they take. But ET doesn't really like to use those. So he doesn't like to use CD's cooldowns. It makes it so that way he takes less damage. That's what they do. He doesn't like to use those because he feels that he shouldn't have to use those, and it's like, well, that's what they're there for. I mean, that's why they were created, was to use. You know, if you're not going to use them, then what's the point of them, even being there? But the thing is that by using CDs, by reducing the amount of damage that you as a tank takes, that allows the healer to actually DPS. Like, I'm able to do a lot of DPS right now because the enemies are doing a lot of damage to the tank, so I don't need to worry about healing her right now. And if you have a tank like that doesn't use the CDs to reduce the damage that they're taking, it makes it really difficult for you as the healer to DPS, because you have to actually heal the tank to keep them alive.
This may sting.
No, especially when you got like certainly a tank like TP who just doesn't care. No, it's literally just what he does, but no, like, I've gotten used to it. So. But it's definitely nice when you have like other tanks that actually use CD, because then you can actually do DPS. And that's like I was saying, like, they expect you to be able to do this as you get to like the high levels in like endgame. Like, if you actually can't do DPS as a healer, and like the endgame raids and stuff, you actually aren't going to be able to get in it, because like the healer's DPSing is actually essential. If the healers don't DPS, it could actually cause like the boss to go in a rage, which is like an instant fight. You'll do like max damage or kill everybody, and there's nothing you can do to survive it. And sometimes, like I was saying, like the healer's DPS can play a part in whether you actually don't see the bosses in rage. So this is the boss. I can already tell because he's the only one who's here. So what my curiosity is what does he do? Go get him. Atta girl. Well, okay, I'm gonna guess from the sounds of it, this is the tank buster. You know, I like her. I really like this girl. She uses CDs during tank busters. Like, that's one thing that I always try to tell everybody. Okay, like, so like, I don't know the mechanics, so you just follow everybody else. If you don't know the mechanics, follow the rest of the group because they know what the mechanics are. There's always four. There's always one tank, which is the girl in the white, and then there's always one healer, which is me, and then there's always two DPS. Now the only time that that's different is if you actually make like we could change that. Like, if I didn't want, say we thought we could do this dungeon without actually needing a healer. Say we had like a red mage that was in the group, and the red mage can heal, but they can also DPS. So say we figured that we didn't need a healer because we had like a red mage. The red mage could heal and DPS. We could make our own party, which would be changing the settings. So you could have, so that way you have, say, 3 DPS and 1 tank. So yeah, you can change what you want, but typically it's 1 healer, one healer, 1 tank, and 2 DPS. Sorry, it's typically what it is. Sorry, what was that? Typically, like if you're doing like a dungeon like this, you don't do that. But like if you're doing like a raid or whatever, then yeah, you can do it like friends. But the only, I mean, I play with ET on here, and then there's another guy that we met his name is Ed. He's also on my friends list for the PlayStation Network. And the guy that's actually online right now, he's also on the PlayStation Network, so I'm gonna add him as well. So yeah, like he and I do this a lot. No, there's actually only 1 because the rest of these 3 people, they're NPCs. Yeah. Like how else you can tell is, see this treasure chest here? When I open up this treasure chest, if there was 4 people, 4 player characters in the game, you would roll on the gear. You would roll between a need, greed, or pass. Now, what that means is, in this specific instant, I am the only healer. So if there was a piece of gear in that was in there that was for a healer, like this piece here, it says Conjure, White Mage, Scholar, Astrologist, and SGE, which is Sage. If I got a piece of gear in this treasure chest that said that it was for that class, I could roll a need on it, and nobody else could roll a need on it because there's only 1 healer in a 4-man dungeon. But if it happened to be a piece of DPS gear, say it was like a Black Mage gear, Emma Self's here could roll a need on it, but nobody else could roll a need on it because he's the only Black Mage. And if it was a piece of tank gear, Venit here, she could roll a need on it. But say in this situation, it was. Let me open up my menu here and see. She could roll a need on it. Okay, say it was a piece of Reaper here. Reaper share sets with the Dragoon now. This is basically a heavy armor DPS set, so it's a little bit weaker than a tank set in terms of defense. So, say what was in this treasure chest was classified Reaper, Dragoon, or Lancer. None of us could roll a need on it because none of us have that class, but we could roll a greed on it, which means that it's a free-for-all, and whoever rolls the highest number gets it, is what that means. So it's between 1 and 99, and it's a random roll. But if nobody wants to, yeah, that's why it's called greed. But say you already had what was in there, you can't get 2 of the same item, so you would pass on it. So that would mean that now there's only 3 people that are going to roll on it. But what if 2 of the 4 people already have it? Then they're going to pass on it. So now it's only 2 people that are rolling on it. But right now, I am the only player that's in the dungeon. So when I open up this treasure chest, there's going to be 2 pieces of gear in here, and I will automatically get both of them because nobody can roll against it. I guess I just got 1 piece. Usually it's 2, but this was what I got from the treasure chest. And as you see, I didn't have to roll on it because I'm the only person in the dungeon. But if you were playing with other actual people, you'd have to roll on it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not running the dungeon. with these specific people for that purpose. I'm running it because in the entire game, from the very first patch, in A Realm Reborn, you started at level 1. And you have never, ever, ever got to use these 3 characters in any dungeon at all. So I thought that it would be neat to kind of run with them. Not only that, but Emma Saltier is actually an enemy. She's actually an enemy. They're both Ascians, and she is, like I said, I'm pretty sure she's Highland. So we've never got to do a dungeon with the 3 of them. So I wanted to run a dungeon with the 3 of them. Just because I wanted to have fun, you know? I wanted to experiment. So that's what I'm doing. And my friend in the FC here, he did the same thing. He said he couldn't help himself. He wanted to do it as well, so he did it as well. I mean, it's just awesome. Like, when you get an opportunity to run a dungeon with, like new characters, why would you not want to do it? You know? Especially when 2 out of the 3 of them were actually your enemies. So, you know, I just couldn't help but to myself. I thought it would be neat to be able to run it with them, so. But I already knew Dee, or however you pronounce her name, she was going to be good because I actually had to fight her. It was like a fight. But the very first time that I fought her, she actually beat me. It was really, really bad. Like, it wasn't even a close fight. Yeah, like there's this part during the fight, I didn't know what the hell I was supposed to do. She like rained down these like meteors in these circles or something, and I thought maybe you had to outrun them. So I'm like trying to run away from them, but like that didn't do anything. Like they just they came down so quickly. So I didn't know what the hell I was supposed to do. Oh, here's the door. Oh, I thought these guys were going to come out. I saw what looked like a cage over there. Okay, go get them. Why am I tanking? Don't be like you keep. Yeah, no, she's pretty good. I've only actually got hit from them once, and that was like the very first pull. She does a pretty good job. So I gotta say, that first boss looked like he was pretty easy. So I'm curious to see how the second boss is going to be. So far this dungeon looks like it's pretty easy. I might run this a couple times just to hit level 90 today. No, I mean I still have dailies to do as well. So I'll run the dailies first. Basically, I get to run the MSQ roulette, which is the main story scenario. You have a choice, not a choice, it's a random, you're either going to get the Krakatoria or this other one. And they're both A Realm Reborn dungeons from the very first patch. But by running them, you get like really, really crazy experience. Basically, the MSQ roulette will gain me at least pretty much a half of a level. Put it this way, I was at level 79 and I gained to level 80 before the roulette was complete. So I was at level 80 before the roulette was completed. And once the roulette was completed, I gained from level 80 all the way up to level 82. Well, no, I gained 2 full levels. 2 full levels. Yeah. So I have the MSQ roulette today, which is that good one. And I also get to what's called the Alliance roulette, which is just as good. So a little bit less experience, but it's still quite a lot. And I also have my Wanderer's Tales book, which is, I can show you after this call here. It's a book that you have to do different feats, we'll call it. And once you complete all of the feats, you get tokens or whatever, and you complete the book, and it guarantees to give you a half of a level regardless of your level. So even if you're at like level 79 or level 89, sorry, it will give you a half of a level, like guaranteed. So it's best to use it when you're at a higher level, just because of that. So its experience goes up and down depending on what level you're at. Like when I first got my Wander's Tales book, it was going to give my dance, it was going to give my spell work here, I think like 2 million experience. Now, we'll open it up. And now, it says it's going to give 5.2 million experience. Now, no, I have it so that way I'm streaming it right now. So, if somebody was listening to the stream, they could hear me talking, like to you, but they can't hear what you're saying to me because you're on the headset. So yeah. No, if I had both, if I had, so that way it was on the headphones, I had the headphones and the headset both on pretty much, then they'd be able to hear both of us. Because the headphones are very sensitive. But where it is right now is they hear me through my controller. And yeah, they wouldn't be able to hear your voice because it would be too far away from the controller. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm talking to you on the headset here, so I'm not going to have the other headset on. And periodically I've had, so people have actually come in to watch it, but nobody's actually really stayed. No, I don't have enough people for that. No, I've had it before where you've been on and you've said something. I've had it before where Yui was on and she said something. But I think the most people I've had on at once was maybe about a half a dozen. But that was typically not on, that's another healing item. That was typically on my Skyrim streams, I think. Oh, here's the second boss. This is the Final Fantasy ff14. Not as many people come on for this. Yeah, usually it's when I stream Skyrim people come on. So this is. Well, no, that's at one time. Yeah. See, like I like that man. She uses her. Her CD during that tank. Okay, she just got hit by a tank buster, and she took no damage. And the reason for that is because I had shielded her, but she had also used the CD. So she shielded herself using the CD, but I also shielded her. I really like that. Okay, so this boss seems to be really easy. He's got to have some mechanics. I mean, so this breath looks like you need to stand on different sides of him. So this breath looks like it's the only real mechanic you need to worry about. Okay, we got fireballs now. Okay, well the bard's standing here, so this can't be a not a safe place because the bard's standing here. Was safe because I didn't get hit, so everything's okay. That's another good thing about using the NPCs here. Like I said, they know the mechanics, so they're not gonna like mess the mechanics up. So if you know the mechanics yourself, and you're concerned that maybe your group might not know, then you don't need to worry about that with them because they'll do the mechanics.
I'm not entirely useless.
Alright, this has actually gone pretty well. Yeah, no, this boss has actually gone pretty easy. So the first boss was easy. Okay, see, look, she's gonna get my tank buster, and she shielded herself. She put Septum on the wall. I really like this. I really like her as my tank. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'm able to. I mean, they might be available to use for the trust system still. Typically, once you do the dungeon, once you finish the dungeon, you are able to use those characters for the trust system still, but you'll have different characters for each dungeon. Like, depending on what character is available to use at that point, you'll have them as a choice. Like, for this specific dungeon, the only trust characters that I had were these 3 characters. So that means that if I did the trust again, I would only be able to choose these 3 characters again. And I gotta say, this run so far has been an amazing run for a healer. Out of all of the items that I've gotten so far, we've gotten 4 items so far. And 3 out of the 4 items have been for a healer.
I cannot let you take me.
3 out of the 4 items have been for a healer.
I see.
Not that it matters. Not that it matters, because the gear in this dungeon, it's not good for me, because I made myself a level 88 set. So the gear that I crafted is better than the gear that they're dropping, because it's a full level item. So, like the gear, this is the level 87 dungeon, but I crafted level 88 gear. So, my gear is better because it's a level higher. Now, the reason I crafted my own gear is because this is a level 87 dungeon. This is the second class MSQ dungeon. So, or no, this should be the third class. Usually, there's a dungeon every odd level. So there'll be an 81 dungeon, an 83 dungeon, an 85 dungeon, an 87 dungeon, and then an 89 dungeon. And then there'll also be a level 90, because the max level is 90. So this will be the second last one. Sorry, I thought that this would be the last one. I forgot it's only 87. But basically what I was trying to get at is that this is an 87 dungeon, and I was using level 80 gear is what I was using. So my gear was like, would be 7 levels lower than the dungeon. Now, well, you also got to understand is that the difference in jobs as well. If I was like a DPS, and I was that far behind in eye levels, is what we call it, on item level, it's not such a big deal because you're DPS. But if you're healing, the stats on the gear are what basically includes your ability to heal. You get stats on the gear, and on the gear I get mind, and mind is what improves my healing ability. So by having newer and upgraded gear, it gives me more mind that's on gear, so I can heal. So, as a healer, getting better gear upgraded is important. But, it's also just as important for a tank to upgrade another healing item, a ring? That's like 4 out of 5. But yeah, a tank is also important because gear for the tank gives them vitality, which increases their maximum health. And it also increases their defense, meaning that they're going to take less damage. Yeah, so having updated gear for your healer and your DP or your tank is really most important. I mean, obviously, all of your gear wants to be updated. Because if your DPS's gear is updated, they're going to be more damage too, right? So yeah, ideally you want all of the gear to be updated, but Not everybody, understands that. Like you'll go into like a dungeon, and people's gear will be like 20 levels lower, and you'll be like, you'll comment on it, and like you'll get upset about it. It's like, well, I mean, personally, me myself, if I went into a dungeon, say it's like this dungeon here, level 88 dungeon. If I went into this dungeon with level 80 here, I'd be embarrassed. Because I'm going into a higher level dungeon with very low gear. Now I'm going to be making it harder for myself. I'm harder for everybody else. I'm going to take it so that way in case, I'm going to have to heal more. I'm not going to do as much damage. It's going to take more time being in the dungeon. Well, no, that's what, having updated gear does. It means that way. You're going to be able to do more damage, so you're going to be able to heal more. Like an individual heal, I would heal for more with better gear, because I'll have more, stats. That's what I'm trying to get at. These guys are doing a lot of damage to her. Yeah, but I mean, I haven't really had to use many skills for the whole dungeon, so it's fine. I mean, I gotta re-look at this character's skills. I got skills on this character that I don't even know what the hell they do.
I see.
Like, I know I just got a new skill at level, I think it was 87, which is actually, it's going to be a really useful skill. I should actually check it out after this, because the boss is going to be right after this, I can already tell. So I got Zoe, which is good, but I also got this other skill. This one. Yeah, this is what I wanted, so I actually have that set up there, okay. So I have this one and Zoe, but I also have the Enchanted Zoe, which is a trait. So what is that one? Oh, reduces the recast time. Okay. So what Zoe is it's this skill here. It will increase my healing potency of the next spell. I think it says by 50%. Yeah, by 50%. And it has a 30-second duration. So the next spell that I cast within 30 seconds will do 50% more healing. But it's a one-time use skill is what this one is. So it's not so good. But this one here, this is 20%, but this one lasts for a full 10 seconds. So it's less overall healing than Zoe, but Zoe is only a one-time cast. Like I'll use this right here, and then Zoe would increase the healing of this by 50%, but only once. Whereas the other one would improve it by 20% for 10 seconds. So every spell I casted for healing for within the 10 seconds would do 20% more. Yeah, like if you need to do one really big heal, because say your tank is taking a lot of damage, then you would use that. And here's the last boss. Oh, this is Hermes, I forgot.
So, it comes to this.
Yeah.
I've no wish to fight.
He's defending whatever that girl behind him there. What's his name? Emmett Schultz wants to take her back to Amber to free her sister. But Hermes is okay with them taking her, but not until after she's done her whatever it is he wants her to do. So in this situation, I'm actually I'm okay with Hermes doing what he's doing. I mean, you gotta respect him. He doesn't want to let her go until
I will have the time and
he's done what he needs to do. like it's more complicating than now.
And pain, gather to me. I see you.
So that's his AoE. Does he have a tank buster? I never seen that was no, that's not. I already figured it wasn't his tank buster because if it was his tank buster, he'd right over there would be using, okay, that's his tank buster. She would be using a CD if it was his tank buster, and she didn't use it right now. Meteor, that sounds like that's going to be an AoE. Oh, this is just the, okay. I did like the damage. Oh. So you gotta... Yeah, you gotta hide behind the rock. Okay. That seems pretty simple. Double. Is this like the one that boss uses? I remember the boss used... Oh! So it looks like the attacks include individual characters. I mean, you just have to like split out. Bravery. So, looks like you over there stun him out of it. Gotta say, so far, I don't want to say it too loudly. So far, this has literally been the easiest dungeon. I don't want to say it too loudly, but. Oh! So he's like that other boss. He draws his abilities via the cards. Not really a new one, is it? No, I remember one of the other bosses did that as well. Oh shit. I almost died there. I'm so close to dead right now. So he's using that on her again. Bravery, that's what she stunned last time, okay, so she did it again. So I shielded myself that much, so that's okay. I needed to. I have two vulnerability to buff stacks on right now. Oh, that one. Yeah, I mean... Sorry.
War is reign!
The life is fine, it's just, I have a vulnerability to buff stacks on it. Now they're off. It's that nice. Now the biggest issue with this is that once you die, which I'm dead, I'm certain of it. Once your character actually dies, even if everybody else doesn't die, it's actually game over. Like you automatically lose the fight. Looks like it's fine. Yeah, he's done. So that was actually a little rough when it got near the end there.
No! My power!
Yeah, but I mean, I had two vulnerability buff stacks at two different stages throughout the fight. So, I didn't do too well there, but I mean, I didn't die. So I did okay. I mean, it was a pretty... Sorry? Well, like I said, in this specific thing, it's a lot more important that your character doesn't die. because even if I die and the three of them here are not dead because they still have life left, it's instantly a wipe. It's instantly a wipe because you died as the character. So like if she's the tank, if she died, I could just revive her. If these two died, I could just revive them. But if I died, then we have to redo the boss all over again. You get it? So it's more important. Yeah, so I got 2 items. So I got a samurai weapon and an aiming pair of pants. So it's actually good because I use a dancer. And my dancer can use those pants. So I can fly now. First, I want to finish watching the cutscene.
It's over, Hermes. In the name of the Convocation, I hereby take Meteon into custody. And setting aside the matter of your nomination, you will come with us too. We require your knowledge to assess and resolve the situation.
I really don't like Emin Selch right now.
Meteon, I am so sorry. With that I could have listened to your report in full. Reflected upon its meaning and conveyed it to others. That they might reconsider their chosen course. But I have failed. And that wish will never be realized. However, ere our fates become the province of others, I bid you tell me.
Is he gonna like knock her off?
One thing.
Was there gonna like knock her off the cliff or whatever?
In those distant
I mean,
stars,
she's the daughter of a bird, but she can't actually fly.
was there a reason?
No, she has like bird
living.
wings. She's got like bird wings on the side of her head, but she can't actually fly. I don't really understand why. And she's got like a peacock tail too.
We conducted our search as per your instructions. We scoured historical
So can I
records,
stop this? Yeah.
communed
So
with the
basically what it
spirits of the deceased,
is this birdie girl here. She has the ability to
heard the final testaments of the
come in
dying,
contact, like she can read the minds
welcomed their
of
shadowed
other
hearts
life
into our
forms.
own.
So what it is they live on a different star
One
or a
race
different
had
world,
striven to create a
and he
world
wanted to
bereft
use
of
her
animosity.
to basically find out what other beings
They renounced
thought the meaning of
relationships to
life
avoid
was on different
interpersonal
planets and
strife.
whatnot.
And in so doing,
So
brought about
that's what he
societal
had wanted to
chaos.
use her to figure out.
One race
So
had renounced war
she had
and
done
devoted
that.
itself to the enrichment of its people.
And she didn't want to tell him because she knew
They
that
were
it would
conquered.
not be a good
Though they
report.
destroyed
Basically,
the
all of the
enemy
life forms on
prizes,
all of the planets
they could
have
not
basically
regain
been
their former
wiped
glory.
out one way or another via a pandemic,
race had
via
concluded
killing
that
themselves,
finite time
or
was the root of all
catastrophes or whatever.
Aspiring to shatter its shackles, they went in search of infinity. They discovered nothing is infinite, and that neither time or death can be cheated.
Sounds like
Disillusioned, they gave up on the future
she's talking about
and
the Ascians right
themselves. One race had discarded all things that gave rise
Yep.
to sorrow,
now. She's talking about
hoping
the
to have
Ascians
only
right now.
joy. They found joy lost its savour in the absence of sorrow.
That's what
And
Emin
that's
Selch
their
and
will to live.
the two people in black are.
The worlds
They're not Ascians yet. though.
these people shared a belief. The belief that they had tried their best. That they had tried to fulfill their potential with every step and success. In the course of it, they learned the truth.
Was she turning into the trial boss?
That they would never be free of fear and sorrow, anger and despair, of loneliness, so long as they yet lived. Even now their souls cry out for oblivion. And to this song of anguish, I lend my voice. We lend our voice.
Yeah, she's definitely going to be the next
Oh,
trial boss.
beloved mankind, shimmering jewels of beautiful affairs, rejoice, for we will free from the cruel yoke of existence. There is no need to struggle in vain, for in nihility awaits salvation. You will know peace and serenity, and it will be.
So I wonder if I'll have to do the trial before I can fly.
We will make our nest at the edge of the universe.
A lot of
And
times they do
there,
that.
in the dark of dead worlds,
You have to do
hold
the dungeon and
sorrow
then the
and
trial.
suffering.
So a trial is not like a dungeon. A trial
Our
is a
chorus
single
ever
boss.
and ever clearer.
And
That
you
our
deal with a
song
party
will
of
reach
eight.
even this ether-shrouded star.
We deal with 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 4
Such is the
DPS.
answer we have found in the stars. Such is the gift we
So
now
that's how a trial goes. What's weird? Well, no, that's what's going to be going on now. She's transformed. She doesn't even look the same as she did before. I mean, she looks the same, but her
Who
color is
are you
different.
to decide our fate? To decree we live or die? Have you lost your mind? You heard what she said. She means to destroy us all, yet you'd still take her side?
There's one thing that he's not really, that he doesn't really know is that I just the Lord right now doesn't really know. It's not so easy to do me.
If we ourselves are flawed, does not stand to reason that we
Plus,
too
he also doesn't realize that I have a nice ally too.
That is sophistry, and you
Argos,
know
or whatever his name is. The golden dog.
Perhaps it is. Perhaps I am wrong.
Oh man, I have my pooch, well, I have my
Who's
golden
to
dog.
say that you
Once you beat the MSQ, you get the golden dog as the mount. That's what I
let
rolled.
us settle this with a determination.
Oh, sorry, I
In
wonder
my
if you can trial on
authority as chief overseer of Elpis, I will make a judgment on man's fitness to exist.
Yeah, he must be the trial boss.
If he can learn to value all life and retain his will to live, even should his end be justified, he will surely find a way to avert his demise. If not, he will perish in stone. As with all determinations, provisions must be made to ensure fairness. Kairos! Awaken!
Reconfiguration system Kairos activated. Awaiting instructions.
Command. Universal memory alteration. Target area. Catesis Hyperborea. Started. Arrival of Emmett Selk of the convocation at Propylion.
Oh,
Endpoint. The present.
he's wanting to put back time.
Erase the memories of all events. And replace with a vague
He's
recollection.
wanting to put back time from when I first met them in this place.
I was here, preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to Emmett Selk and Hifadais. Meteon's shared consciousness became unstable. She and her sisters could not sustain their existence, and all dissipated with the burst. The resultant shockwave accidentally triggered Kairos, which erased several days of memories from all present. Execution.
Command acknowledged. Initiated. 3 processes remaining to execution.
Bravo. I dare say one would be hard-pressed to make it fairer. Everything that you told us, everything that has happened, the fact we've even met, it will all be gone.
Not quite.
Go, Meteon, to the edge of the universe, where none can reach you.
Hermes! Won't you come with me? If you were to shed your flesh, I should be able to carry you.
I will remain. As a man, I will oppose the oblivion you bring.
Sorry.
Silly. Had you said yes, I would have granted you gently stay.
Okay. Looks like he's take that.
This ends here!
There's Highblade for you. Yeah, you better fly.
That is far enough, Hermes!
Well, you've got to deal with 2 actions. Buster.
To me!
Like, and, oh, there's the golden pooch. She's flying out the golden pooch. She's going after her.
First process complete. 2 remaining to execution of memory reconfiguration.
Looks like Birdie's
As if we
fighting
needed more
against him and Salt.
No matter what, you cannot forget what happened today. For it is the key to saving your future. Your world. This fight is our fight. What comes after, our problem to contend with. Not yours. No. Your own struggle awaits. And no one else can take your place. You must flee this place with your memories in. And I will see that you do. Now then,
So he's
where
going
is
to send me
it?
back to where I came from. No.
There you are,
Yes.
my little confluence.
If I stay here, then my memory is going to be erased. So he's going to send me back to the time that I came from with my memory intact. No, with my memory intact. Yes, that way I remember everything that's happened.
Very well. You may elude us this day, but not forever.
So it looks like she did like a trap or something on her.
Meteon's gotten away.
Second process complete. 1 remaining to execution.
No time for brooding. Listen well. Beyond lies a spatial confluence that connects the interior sections of this building. I will destroy the confluence and force open a way outside. When I do, you must jump through.
sorry I am. But neither can I let you escape!
Now she'll shoot it just as I go through. That's what I have the
Too
picture.
brave by half.
Exemplary work as always, Emerson.
What? But how? I thought the conference was
Over there. Yes. We were rather hoping we would.
It was never anywhere but where it is now. The instant those two began making their way towards nothing, 'twas clear the plan was a diversion.
I'm quite incapable of destroying a confluence, I must confess.
What's really interesting to see is like
A gambit
just like
bravely on the
how
walls.
willing to help people
Though
and
we've grown
themselves
accustomed
as
to
like
reckless
before he
improvision
became
due
an
to the
athlete,
antics of an incorrigible
and
associate.
how he changed when he became an athlete.
Though, in the case of certain present company,
Like,
incorrigible
he's not an
is an
athlete right now, but he was
understatement.
willing to take Luthien 2-3 persistence.
I'm beginning to suspect it's a requirement for every present.
There's Argo, the Butcher. See, there I am, see?
There's no time! Quickly!
That's my character on the beach. I told you that I was going to be on I told you I was going to be on
I
the beach.
will not suffer us to walk such a wretched path. Still, if it must be said, do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
What's interesting is this is actually the second time he's actually helped me. First he helped you in like the prison, get your Zelda back. And then here he's helped you as well.
Go, Argos!
Oh, she went with me. So she's going to the future with me as well. I kind of figured that they would have had to have done this, because if they didn't do this, it would change the future of Evan Selch too much, because Evan Selch, his future Evan Selch now won't know anything about my character's existence, because they never met until she came here with him. So, well, no, because no, you don't understand what I'm saying. So if he had remembered about what happened here before he became an Ascian when they met,
Just a little
his
tired.
future self would have been different. It would create like what they call a paradox. He would, yeah, because he would be he would change from this experience. I was already curious myself as to what would happen for that, but that makes sense. Because the two Ascians who are in there, both of their memories are going to be wiped
Are the
out,
stars above no more than husks of fallen civilizations?
which makes sense. I kind of thought it also kind of would have been interesting to see what would happen if their memories hadn't been wiped.
And yet,
If if I go back to my star and see maybe it would have changed because of the influence that my character had on them
those,
in the past.
ere she made good her escape, I placed an enchantment upon her, one which allows us to follow her trail. She has already left the outermost bounds of Aetheris, and continues on her way. Given the vastness of the universe, it will still be no easy feat to track her down.
So how the hell are we supposed to track her down in the universe? My character literally just got to the moon.
But thanks to Emmet Selk and his Redeus, all is not lost. We remember.
like this is like there's not like the kinds of technology we have now. There's no like spaceships and stuff.
So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
I knew that she would have been made it though, because she's my friend says that she's Hydeland's heart, but she looks like Hydeland herself, so she basically transcends the world. See the golden dog behind us there?
Given the likely state of their memories, however, it would be imprudent for us to approach them directly.
You see the golden dog
In
behind
which
us there?
case...
When I complete the main story quest, I get him as a mount. No, I get him as a mount.
I am sorry, my friend. I've asked much of you this day. But may I trouble you one last time?
My mount. Ooh, do I get him already? See, look at him. He's just so cool.
Argos will investigate in our stead. We will share in his consciousness and see and hear as if we were with him.
Aw, I was hoping to be able to get him.
Close your eyes and open your mind.
Okay, do I get sent back to my star yet? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I get him as my mount. Oh, so I'm getting to see what he's seeing right now.
Thank goodness you are unharmed.
Looks like nobody else can see him though.
Unharmed? There is a gaping hole in my memories. I can scarcely remember arriving here in Elpis.
There's a gaping hole in my memories.
Forgive me. I was preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to our guests. But Meteor, her shared consciousness became unstable. And she...
Liar!
So, that's what prompted the state of alert. And when you went to investigate, you were caught in Kairos' accidental operation.
So it would seem. It's all a blur to me.
Such an unfortunate accident. Oh, and what of Vinar and your other companion? You went inside together, as I recall.
Ooh.
We did?
He's figuring things out. Okay, Evan Saltzman is not an idiot. He is a really smart guy, even as an Ascian.
If Vinar was with us...
As an Ascian, he's been around for like thousands of years. He's not an Ascian right now. So it's possible that he would actually be able to put the pieces together.
The fellow seems happy enough, so I think it's safe to assume his mistress as well.
Oh, so they can see Argo.
I haven't the slightest notion who this other companion might be, however.
Ah, well, that individual struck me as a bit different, for want of a better word.
And maybe they won't be able to figure it out then.
Perhaps it wasn't actually a person, but some manner of creation.
Curious. I must ask Vinar about it when next we meet.
I wonder if Vinar will actually tell them.
Yes, you do that. Now, if we may tend to Hermes, whatever this Meteor did, it seems he bore the brunt of it. Once you are fit to travel, you will return with us to Amulet. We need to make certain there are no other ill effects. Also, I am here on business of the 14. We've already had the conversation, like as not, but since your toy wiped my memory, we'll have to have it again.
Yes, of course.
Since your toy wiped my memory, we'll have to have it again.
This Kairos, it manipulates memories through the emission of
Well, the only one of the
etheric
three
rays,
that remembers is just Hermes, the guy who's injured in the middle right now. The guy in the black
There
hair.
is a theory which holds that memories scoured by blasts of ether are restored
Well, the guy
when the
that's
soul is
being
cleansed
carried,
in
you
the
can't see his
underworld.
face right now. But yeah, he's technically in the back, though, yeah.
If true, then perhaps when our time comes to return
She's
to
an
the
Ascian. Her
star,
memory's been
we
wiped.
shall
She
remember
doesn't
these.
remember.
I doubt
And
aught
there's
of
them
interest
himself, the
occurred.
guy in the white hair.
Look
So the guy
forward
in
to
the
the
black hair,
revelation if you like,
that's Hermes.
but I should prefer to reminisce on
His
more
memory
meaningful
is
moments.
not wiped. He's the one who wiped their memories. He knows what's going on. He's the bad guy. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say he's the bad guy. He just had a difference of opinion.
Let us rest, if only for a while. After all, you and I... Oh, we still have a long, long way to go.
Ooh, I wonder if she comes back with me. She'd be a powerful ally to have in the final days. Well, like I said, technically she's Hydeland, so she appears on our star. Nice, I can fly now. Free as a bird, is what it's called. You know, NPCs, yeah. Free as a bird. Okay, now I'll get the quest. I'll get the quest and now I'll fly. You can see me flying around in the map now. This is gonna be so nice. Where do we need to go? Oh yeah, that's what I figured. I'm leaving the place. You ready? Gotta fly up to where this waterfall here is. Up, up, and away! Whee! Oh wait, you will. You will! I love being able to fly. Oh, it's so nice being able to fly. Do you see it yet? Well, what are you seeing right now? Okay, well, I'll be flying momentarily then. You see me flying, yes? Well, I did open up the map to see where the new MSQ quest was. But I am flying, so you should be able to see it because I'm still flying. Yep, I was flying up towards the... Yeah. Yep. This is one of the places I really wanted to be able to fly in because it's a really nice looking place. So, well, it just looks like a nice place as well. Like it's just a really, it's a really nice place. It's like this is kind of a place that looks like it's been uninhabited by people with a lot of technology. It's called the Unsundered Land or something. The World Unsundered is what it's called. So I actually have my map open here. So you'll see it says the World Unsundered, and then it says whatever the name of the place is. It shows 3 different areas in it. So this is the World Asunder. So I wanted to be able to fly here just because it's a really cool looking place. I can fly in every place that I can go to next to one. There's only one place that I can't fly in yet, and it's only because there's no Aether Current quests available for it yet, and that's in Lavons or whatever. Actually, I wonder if there might actually be some here now. I have all of the Aether Currents on the map. There is just no quests available. But it's been a while since I've been here, and I don't think there's going to be any quests here. because the place that I'm on right now, I'm not even supposed to be able to be here yet. I've even done the moon, and I've done the place that I've done now. I'm still not supposed to be able to be here. Like, I'm in this place called the Charlatan Hamlet right now. For main story-wise, I'm not even supposed to be here yet. But I got somebody to fly me over here. So that's how I got over here. But since I got somebody to since I got somebody to fly me here, I don't have the Aethercurrent quests available yet. Yeah, see, the dungeon I just did was a level 87 dungeon, but there's this enemy right here. He's actually at level 88. So he's actually at a higher level than the dungeon. So I'm actually almost level 89, which is actually great. My goal was to get to level 90. And like I said, I still have all of my dailies to do plus my Wanderous Tales. The Wanderous Tales guarantees that you're going to gain half a level. I will use Wanderous Tales. I'll use my Wanderous Tales once I gain to level 89. What I actually should do is do the Wanderous Tales. That way, once I get to level 89, I can use it right away. The reason I want to use it at level 89 is because that's the last level. And it's better to use your Wanderous Tales at a higher level because it guarantees you a half of a level regardless of your level. Like, I'll show you here. So do you see that my Wanderous Tales book is opened up right now? Okay, do you see this experience down here? You see the experience number down here. Yep. I just want to show you what I mean by it changes. Do you see the number here, the experience number? It's right where the... So just remember 522. Just remember the first three digits. Just remember 522. Okay, now we're going to close it. Now we're going to close it now. We're going to swap to... My next lowest level looks like it's a Dark Knight. I don't know if I have the Dark Knight set up though. I do, okay. So remember, it was 522 just a minute ago, right? Now we'll open it up. Now, what does it say? No, I haven't opened it up again. I've opened it up now. Now it should say a different number. No, it's not 522. I told you before that was the number as my sage. It doesn't say 522. It says 60500. Well, it should. It'll be on your end once I open it up. I don't know why it's so far behind. But basically, it's like I said, the lower level you are, because my Dark Knight is at level 37. She needs 121,000 experience to gain her level. So the Wanderous Tales, as I said, gives you a half of a level regardless of your character level. So, yeah, and that's half of 121,000. So that's what I'm saying. So depending on what your level is when you open it up, like I said, I'm on a Dark Knight, and I need 121,000 experience to gain a level. So that's why it shows that it's 60,500, is because that's half of 121,000. But if I swap to like this character, this is a level 80 skull. If I open it up now it says just under 3 million experience, 2.99. Because I'm on a character that's at level 80 instead of level 37. I did have it open, so you should be able to see it. It'll just take a couple of minutes or a little bit to load up. But yeah, it depends on the level of the character that you're on when you open up the book. So that's how it's determined. But it's not even that. Like, the experience really just determines on what level of character and what character you're on when you actually hand in the book. Like, I open up the book and that's what it tells you how much experience I get, but I don't get that experience once I've completed the book. I have to go hand the book in a town called Idleshire, and once I hand it in, that's when I get the reward. And now for the Wanderer's Tales, you're guaranteed to get the experience. You're also, well, I guess I shouldn't say also, but you're guaranteed to get the experience. Now, if you look up top, you'll see that there's different icons up top on the far, like on the right side. You'll see it looks like a grape that's up there, and then there's one that looks like a chocobo, like a little bird in an egg, is what you'll see. Now, those are things that you get for completing these feats over on this side here. You complete one of these feats, and you'll get a marker that appears on the right side over there. Now you'll see that there's like lines and stuff. You can get like a diagonal line, and then, you know, other lines. So there are rewards you get for getting different lines. If you get no line, but you just get 9 seals, you'll get this elegant piece that's worth 10,000 gil, and you'll get 500 tombstones of poetic if you don't get any lines. If you get 1 line, you will get the experience, but you'll also get this MPG gold card, plus this bronze certificate. And then if you get 2 lines, you'll get 2 of these MPG cards, and then you'll get a silver. And if you get 3 lines, you'll get 20 MPG cards, plus 3 silvers. Usually, it's usually bronze, silver, and gold. But I don't know why they're giving you 3 silver, but whatever. Well, usually, like I said, the first line does give you a bronze, and then it's a silver, and then a gold. And that's typically how it goes. I'll show you what you can get with them. I don't know actually if it's changed. I'm actually curious to see if it has changed or not. Typically, it changes depending on what patch you're in. Since we're in Endwalkers, I don't know if the items will have changed because there is no new gear out yet. So like, there's no like level 90 crafted gear up for the classes yet. So I'm curious to see if there's actually going to be anything. So you would talk to, not this person, I guess her. And then you're going to go with bronze gold. So we can get amount, and clusters. So yeah, there's no gear that you can get through the gold certificates yet. So if you got the gold certificates and you waited for a few patches, there'll be gear that appears there. Usually, you'll get a crafted set of gear that will be at whatever eye level it's going to be at, and there's 2 different types of gear. There's like a regular gear that will just be like this, and then there'll be a piece of gear that's called augmented. Now, the augmented gear that you'll get through trading in the gold certificate up top there, if you look at where it says Heaven's Eye material, and then you see that there's 2 circles in it, that's the amount of melons that I can put into it that are 100%. You can put more than 2 in it. There's only 2 circles in it. But if you put more than 2 in it, its percentage goes down the more melts you put in it, up to a maximum of 5. But the augmented stuff that you can get through trading in, typically trading in the certificates, it gives you augmented gear, which actually is 5 melt slots guaranteed. So not 2, but 5. Let's see if I can. Or ornamented. Sorry. Yeah. So I actually have a piece right here. So this is eye level 510, and this is a tank top, and then there's 5 circles that are on it. So those 5 circles indicate that you can meld 5 melts into it, guaranteed, without. Baby, where? Are you talking about? Well, I have it on what I'm assuming it is now. So let me know when it pops up. Is it the one that I'm on now? It's called the Thorn March Extreme. I'll wait till it catches. This is Wanderer's Tales. It says that it was back. So it wasn't in the book here? So was it like in here? Well, I need like, well, I need to know what it was, so that way I can like, it wasn't in the book, you said that, and it wasn't, like it was a page of a book. Yeah, yes. I already said that's what this is right here. It says Wanderous Trails. I'm in here right now. Well, we are. You said Wanderous Trails, and it had a bunch of square boxes. This has square boxes in it. This is the Wanderous Trails. And did you put the recording back? Because I haven't blown it. Yeah, you must have put the word. So put it up as far as you can put it then. Do you see where it says? Well, probably because you have to catch up. I have the Wander's Tales book open right now, though. So we'll just wait till it catches up. I'm not moving it right now. It's on the bottom one where it says the containment bay. Okay, so this one here. This? Yeah, this one. The Thorn March. Go down from the Thorn March Extreme. Okay. Where am I going now? Just right here. So right here, the final coil of Bahamut, turn 1. I'm not in the first box. I'm in the last line, on the third box from the left. Okay, I'm up one box. And it's called the World Eater Extreme. It's this big snake, is what it looks like. Is that the one that you're talking about, or the one next to the big snake? Okay, well I have. So this one here, right here where it says the World Eater Extreme. This doesn't. I thought you were referring to this, the Moogle, the Thornmarch Extreme. This looks like it could be a baby. This is Leviathan. This is a big. Yeah, that's not a baby. That's a giant snake. That's Leviathan. Yeah, that's Leviathan. Yeah, I'm not even going to do Leviathan because, well, the eye level or the new gear, he's going to be. I could do him on the. I could do the regular one. I'll show you what he looks like on the regular one. So we'll go here. Here, so it was ARR 1 to 50. So we'll do just the first one because I'm not really interested in spending a lot of time on it. Oh, that's the Moogle. So there's only just one for him then. It's just hard then. Excuse me. Okay. So I'm doing him as a trial right now. So I don't have the cutscenes turned off right now, so you can see what he looks like when he pops up. So there's two different versions of this fight. There's a hard mode, which is what I'm on right now, and then there's an extreme mode, which is like this, but it's a much harder version, and you can get knocked off as well. What I mean by knocked off is you're on a boat here, and he gets rid of the rails that are on the boat, and he uses his attack to knock you off the boat into the water, which is like an instant death. So yeah, this is Leviathan. This is hard mode, so you can't do that. But even on hard mode, he can still do an attack that's an instant wipe though. We'll just skip the cutscene now. I'll show you what he looks like in combat now. Oh, so I actually have a boost of stats is what it looks like. So in this situation, having such a boost in stats, you might think is great, but these bosses have, trying to think of what you would want to word it as. If you do too much damage to them too quickly, it's like an enrage. If you do too much damage to them too quickly, they'll do like an instant wipe attack. So it's based on how much damage that you actually do. So he'll do an attack that will do a lot of damage if I do too much damage to him. Like, look, I just did almost 25% of his health in one attack. And now he disappears. Now he's on this side here. Now what that means is that if the rail was off, I would have fallen into the water because it was over on this side. So if you see him splash up on this side, you want to run to this side, because it's going to push you to the opposite side. So when you fight Leviathan, which I'm doing here, he actually has two different parts of it. There's a tail and a head. Now, depending on what class you're playing as, if you're playing as like a healer or a DPS or whatever, depending on what class you're playing as, you're going to have to attack a different part of his body. Because if you don't, you'll take lots of damage. Like, not lots of damage, but you'll take damage back. So this attack that you're seeing here, this attack would wipe you if I didn't hit this converter that's over here. So he's over there, so you want to go over to this side. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize it was over there. It doesn't matter, because I would have been knocked off there anyway. So the damage that you do to his head is actually done to his tail as well. As we wipe. You need him for 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Now the extreme version is basically like that, but you'll have more health and you'll do more damage. And if you saw the part where I had to activate the converter that was over here, you activate that, and then you want to run into the center here because it puts up a shield here. He gets these waves that come up, and on extreme, all of these ledges, they'll get knocked off when he does that attack. All the ledges around the whole ship will get knocked off. Now what that means is that you can literally walk into the water and you'll kill yourself. But also throughout the fight, he'll also use attacks that will knock you into the water if you're not paying attention. Like when he dives into the water, like if you see his shadow coming up on this side, then you want to run to the opposite side, because then what he'll do when he comes up is he'll push you all the way or pull you to this side. So say you're here, and he's here, you'll be pulled right into the water because you're not far enough to the other side. Like if you were like over here, you'd be okay, because then he wouldn't pull you far enough or pull you enough that you would land in the water. But if you were like say here or something, you're done, because you're not far enough to this side to avoid being pulled into the water. Well, I mean, there's a little bit of leeway, but not a lot. But that's only on extreme. On the hard mode that we did, it's easier. He doesn't have that. But there is one enemy who actually does do that. And it was actually before him. His name was Titan. I'll do him right now. Now, for Titan, there is a normal, there's a hard mode, and then there's an extreme mode. So for Titan, you'll use an attack that's called Landslide. I'll let him use it. Now, depending on the difficulty, since this is only normal, he'll only use one landslide. But if it's on a higher difficulty, he'll use multiple landslides at once. So you'll have like 6 landslides going through the screen at once. So I hit him with my AoE, so it's done a lot of damage to him. So he's already switching boards. I didn't actually physically attack him. It's my it's my DOT that's done that much damage to him. If you see his health bar at the bottom left side, it says Titan. Okay, now I won't kill him. I want to wait till he uses landslide. So I'll target him. So you'll see it on it right there. You see it? So what that does, if it hits you, it will knock you off the platform down there. And if you fall down there, it's just like it's a far fall. If you fall down there, it's an instant death for your character. But now, since this is only normal, he only uses one landslide. But if this was like hard, I think he'll use like 2 or 3 landslides. But if it was extreme, pretty much the whole circle over here would be like full of landslides. There would be like just a few areas that would be safe, like to stand on. So he has the same mechanics from all of the difficulties. It's just the landslides, there'll be more landslides depending on the difficulty. And obviously he'll do more damage and he'll have more health as well. But yeah, he's basically the first boss that people didn't like because, like, if you were like a Dragoon, which is a character that has jumps, you could just jump right off the cliff accidentally. Like, they have like an attack that's called evasive jump. And you don't even have to target anybody. Well, I mean, I have it, I can use it. I have it on my Dragoon. So just like, imagine if I was like fighting him, and I was standing near the platform. So this is jump. Where's my evasive jump? Oh, right there. So again, just imagine this is the platform here. Imagine that this is the cliff down here, and this is where I'm standing here, and I'm fighting him. And then say he had used that circular attack that I want to get away from. Now instead of running away from it, I could just use evasive jump, which would get me out of the way. But if I'm too close to like the edge, say like here, if I used it, it would send me off of the cliff, down to an instant death. So you can unintentionally kill yourself just by using skills like that. And it's not even just him. Like my character class that I like uses the dash. I have a dash, which is called in event or whatever. So that's this skill here. So if I wanted to do the same thing, obviously not like intentionally kill yourself. Let's get back up there. For the dancer, it's a lot harder to actually intentionally kill yourself, especially when you're doing that because you have to face that direction. But, you know, if you were facing the direction, you just go like this. And it like dashes down. So it's harder to do that as the dancer intentionally because you have to face the direction. The direction you're facing is the direction that you dash in. So I'm facing this direction, so this is where I'll dash in. But if I turn this direction, I'll dash in this direction. And it's the same with regardless of what direction I'm facing. But as the Dragoon, you get evasive jump sends you behind, back where you are. So you need to pay attention to where you're standing. So I'm facing this way. So if I use the evasive jump, it would shoot me back to like way back here. And you know, if the platform ended like right here, I would jump down off the platform into like an instant death. So, yeah. Dragoons typically tended to die a lot because of that. They were called floor tanks, I think, because they died a lot. They were pretty well known for dying a lot. Okay, so what I'm... yeah, no, a lot of them would do that. What I'm going to do is, since I have it set, I'm going to do my Wondrous Tale. So what I do is before you could do these extreme trials really easy because of the eye level that they gave you. But now with the eye level sync, you have a lot less stats. So it's not as easy doing these. But what people I don't really are understanding is that you actually do get a boost of stats. Like, if you see my character right now, it's kind of bright right now. So I'll move it to a darker area. So right now she has 37,000 HP. But what I was doing, those other trials, it boosted my HP all the way up to 140,000. So it gave me 100,000 more HP. And it increased my damage by like almost 3 times what it is now. So it's actually just as easy to do these trials. They were saying that it was going to be hard to do these trials, but it feels like it's pretty much about the same. And another, well, no, because, no, it's not that, it's just because they give you the echo. Like if you look down below here, it says the navel, it says information, time limit 60 minutes, location the navel, then it says the echo applied upon total party incapacitation. But if you enter this as a single character, just as, you know, like how I have it set now, then you'll start with it. Like, let's say, I'm doing Shiva right now. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to see if this gives me the echo right at the start. Because the other ones were. So I'm curious. So I'm curious to see if this will. Yeah, it does. So it still gives me the echo for here. That's what I was curious about. I don't really need to do this though. I was just curious to see if it actually gave me the echo or not. It does though. So she is an extreme primal. So she gives you, if you beat her, they give you a chance to get a mount, is what they can give you. So I have her mount already. She can give you a dog, which I have. Hers is actually my favorite out of all of them. All of the ARR primals, which is a realm reborn, they can all give you whistles, and the whistles give you mounts. So each extreme primal can give you a mount. I have hers already. Hers is probably my favorite out of the ARRs. This is definitely easy though. ARR, so that's what the patches are. So what ARR is the game first started. It came out like whenever it came out, and the game wasn't very good. A lot of people didn't like it. So Yoshi, whatever his name is, he came and took over the production of the game, and they basically started all the way from scratch and created a new game, which is why it's called ARR, and it stands for A Realm Reborn. So it's like, it's a totally brand new game. That's why they call it ARR for short. It's just A Realm Reborn. That's what it's, for short. And then after that, there was the next one, which is called Heaven's War, which we just call HW, or Heaven's War. That didn't give me a whistle. That gave me an ice weapon copper. Then what's this? A weapon depend. Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen this. What in the fight? Oh, here I'll show you the mount that you get from her. Though I like the mount because it has her song to. As long as you're riding her mount, you get her song. Boris, this is the one. So this is the mount that you get from Shiva. As you can see, Shiva is ice. So this horse is, well, it's blue. It's got a blue mane, as you can see. So this is the one that you get from Shiva. I don't have all of them. I know when you get all of them, you get another, you get a special one. So I have one from Ifrik, which is this guy here. He's a fire horse. I have one from Garuda, who is a wind horse. Then I have one from Titan, who is earth. And then I have one from Shiva, who is ice. So I think I'm only missing one horse then. I have 4 of them, so what would I be missing then? I mean, if I'm that close, I may as well get the last one to get the other one. I'm gonna ask him. Because I mean, if there's only 5. 4, yeah. If it's from... So I want to see if I open this up. Does this give me a sage weapon? No, it doesn't. Yeah, it contains gear that's unequipable by my class. Damn. It just means that it's difficult because the sage is a new class. So, the gear for the sage didn't exist until level 70. That's the lowest level. So it's difficult to get like glamour gear for the sage, like for my weapons. So I chose these because they kind of match her dress. They're blue. the color of the blades on her weapon. So that's why I chose this one. I didn't like the other ones. The ones that came with the set, they were like ballistic weapons. They really looked pretty crazy. What I'm trying to ask my friend here is if that mount was from ARR. Because I have the mount from Shiva, I have the mount from Ifrik, I have the mount from Titan, I have the mount from Shiva, or this one. Okay, this is Ultima. Does Ultima give you a mount? I should actually check that out. I don't know if I've ever actually done this one. The Ultima's Bane. It's one you get for clearing all of the EX trials, aside from the Moogle. Is that the ultimate weapon? Yeah, no, it's fine. Will do, yeah, I'm really curious to see how many there is. Okay. Okay. But this does have a treasure chest. Okay, no, that's on my other one. doesn't show it on the map. Oh, close. It's actually probably the quickest, really. So where is it? System configurations. Oh, it's fun to see these though. must have reset. Alright.